Hey guys, this is James.
And this is Denny from TeaDB, bringing you guys episode 260 of this little thing we do called Drinking Tea and Talk About.
Yep. So we have some Dongding today. It's from a company called Leafy Green. I was actually not familiar with them until they emailed me, but they actually source tea from a farmer called Chen, who I had heard about. He does a lot of Dongding and stuff. I actually haven't tasted a ton of his teas, so quite curious to try this.
Cool. Yeah.
And I'm going to let Danny eyeball this.
This is precision science, actually.
Yeah.
No.
So those look like
These are pretty big leaves. And the roast, I think that'll be good. Smells great already. And I'm going to use a little bit less water than I typically would use, and let's hang out for a minute.
Yeah.
The roast on this is, it's not, it still looks a little green. It's definitely not like charcoal roasted by any means.
And they sent a light roast and a heavy roast. I selected the heavy roast, so I imagine the light roast is really in that sort of high mountain, very verdant style.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Although those don't have as much of the kind of grassier flavors, at least my experience on Ding doesn't. It's more floral and fruity, and then it gets kind of more nutty as you roast it up. This is cool. So, and I probably have two solid sessions of tea.
Yeah. So is this a rinse?
Yes. Basically, I'm just heating up the vessel and letting the leaves expand a little bit. It smells incredible.
Definitely smell that roast now.
Yeah. And then we'll actually steep this one out and drink this. Let's go for just a second here. And ain't no science to this.
So by giving it sort of a longer rinse, Denny is allowing those leaves to open up quite a bit already. So probably doesn't need to steep it quite as much for the actual first steep.
And you guys at home can do it quite differently, where you're taking, drinking more of those steeps in between to get the tea going.
Yeah.
We have a sort of a time restriction on the show, so we just kind of get into the action.
Yeah, I know some of you have said you don't even like to rinse your long teas. That's a totally fine decision. For higher quality stuff like this.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And we are under time constraints. Yeah.
Exactly.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Still light.
Roasted, yeah, it's still pretty light. You can taste some of those floral notes, actually, that I didn't really smell. Oh, kettle down.
Kettle down. Yeah, I'd say that it has, it's not particularly sweet yet. Maybe a little bit of a hint of mineraliness.
Yeah.
The roast is definitely prevalent. I'd say that it's not particularly creamy.
Yeah, it's a little nutty right now, but I think we're still getting into some of the more meaty steeps of this tea.
Color is nice and a beautiful yellow. And, it doesn't look, I don't know, you get in there and tell me what you think. I don't know how roasted this is.
Smells roasted. I don't know. I mean,
it kind of looks green in there a little bit, or it looks dark. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell if all the leaves look the same, or if this is some sort of blend of more lightly. But they do look relatively similar. Getting my nose.
Yeah. Wonderfully beautiful. Just a beautiful aroma, sweet, kind of cinnamony almost.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Just keep going.
Yeah. And sort of unlike the those of you that watched our previous episode on Japanese green teas, brewing this and brewing that tea, it's sort of like night and day.
Yeah.
You have so much more flexibility and so many more ways that you can do this one. And while there are multiple ways you can sort of get different flavor profiles out of the Japanese greens, there are definitely some... It has a smaller bandwidth of what's going to work. If you brewed it sort of haphazardly, on your first try, it probably wouldn't turn out very well.
Yeah, I think this tea you can kind of mess up and it's going to work out well for you.
Yeah, you could go light, you could go heavy.
This is a really soft tea. It's pleasant. It's easy to drink. There's not too much like high notes or crispness. It's kind of just like has like a round, saccharine sweet, welcoming cinnamon cookie kind of vibe to it.
So pretty middle of the road.
Yeah.
And it looks like you're using a pretty average amount of leaf. I mean, the leaves are taking up most of the brewing device at this point.
Yeah. I think, they still have quite a bit of space to unfurl. So
yeah,
the tea will hopefully continue to grow in its potency. It's soft enough now, though. I'm going to reboil the water. I'm giving this a little bit longer to hang out.
Yeah.
We'll try to test it a little bit. This tea is so much lighter and less intense than our previous episode that there's just inside of different categories. It's hard to kind of compare them a little bit.
Yeah, definitely does better on the mom test. I
would say, yeah,
no
absolutely.
question about that.
I think it's just getting stronger and stronger as we brew out. I'm gonna hit this with some boiling water for a second here, and then let it cool off before we serve it. So.
And how many steeps would you expect to get out of something like this?
Probably 10.
Oh, okay. That's quite a few.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I find that roast oolongs go longer. They take a little bit longer to get going.
Mm-hmm.
They're still nice on the way there, but I think quite a bit. Although we'll see. Yeah, I could have used maybe a little bit more leaf. Really wonderful smell.
It's a little more balanced than this one. Sort of like a caramel floral sweetness for me.
There isn't any, really nice lingering sweet flavors. I think that this is a very balanced tea, and so some of it is. So I would say that parts of it. This is going to sound bad, but it's unremarkable insofar as there's no one obvious. Did I say unremarkable or unremarkable?
I think you said unremarkable.
Okay, good.
I heard unremarkable.
I hope I did say unremarkable.
Well, in the recording, if it uses in, we'll just dub over the in unremarkable. Yeah. Anyways, go ahead.
And so there is a lot. This is a very balanced tea. This is one of those teas that I think you could just kind of like zone out and drink without realizing how delicious it is, because it's so balanced. It's not going to kind of interrupt anything that you're doing with. It's like just it's really bitter or something like that. And so I find that more and more with these roasted oolong teas. I think that's just sort of something that's built into the category a little bit.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that it's well balanced and has like a lingering sweetness.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, that's kind of a strength or a negative of the tea. It's very versatile. Right. You could you could ask one of the TeaDB questions we've been asking for a long time. What time of day would you drink this tea? Frankly, I think you could drink this tea anytime.
Yeah.
Really, like if you drink tea in the evenings, then this would be okay. It's not too aggressive. If you drink tea in the mornings, you could drink it then too.
Totally.
But in the same sense, if you're looking for something to wow a bunch of tea people, there's probably some better options.
Yeah. Something more unique and maybe off category.
Yeah.
I'm going to let this hang out for even longer. The leaves, the center of the curls are still like a little bit hard, so I can still definitely expand and get stronger.
So it seems like the rolling of this tea pretty tight.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this is rolled or roasted enough that I think actually using a clay teapot might have benefited this tea.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, whereas something that was greener, like the lightly roasted Dongding, might be better in something like a Gaiwan.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is good. This is one of those teas where, unlike our last episode, I was just maxed out. I could just drink this into oblivion, in essence, like almost any time of day, like you said.
Right.
And I think that's another thing to keep in mind, is a benefit potentially. Some of those green oolongs aren't even like that. They are just so fresh and intense. Okay, look at that color.
Yeah, so this looks like it might be one of the stronger steeps.
Yeah. So opening up our brewing vessel here. I mean, even so, you can still see these parts where it's really not unfurled all the way. Potentially could have used a little bit more leaf.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know. Yeah, maybe just a touch more.
James is still recovering from the pox that he got out in.
Yeah, I got cursed by it.
No. All right.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
I like this tea on the strong end.
Me too.
It's just fuller. I feel like I can taste more minerals.
Exactly.
A bit more texture to
Yeah,
the tea.
I think it has more of a wooey vibe now.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely more on the minerals. The sweetness might be a little bit harder to detect because there's more going on.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but this is good. I think this tea deserves another look in something like a hotter brewing vessel potentially.
Yeah.
I think that might benefit this roasted oolong. But delicious nonetheless. If folks want to check this out, James.
Yeah, check out Leafy Green. And this is, I believe, a tea made by the farmer Chen Hauying. Chen is his full name, Hau-Ying, and then Chen, Chen. So he's been around the tea community, I believe. A couple people have talked about him before. But yeah, these guys are sourcing his tea stateside, so you can get domestic shipping if you are interested in trying.
Yeah.
And yeah.
If folks want to learn more about tea in general, check us out, TeaDB.org. Subscribe down below. Tell your mom, text your mom, call your mom, fax your mom.
Fax your mom.
VHS your mom.
I think you got all our bases. Oh, okay. Page your mom.
Page.
Yeah.
I love my pager. Yeah, like the video if you guys like the video. Again, for more content about teas, all sorts of different teas besides just oolongs, check us out at TeaDB.org. Subscribe there. Follow us along, comment, do all the things. We'll see you guys next time.
Cheers.
Peace.